It's that time for the weekly garden tour. Just so you know, this garden is broken up into different areas. And also, if you haven't noticed, if you look at the top, this is a Zone 9B Central Florida garden. Now, I share this channel with my sister cousin who is in Zone 5B. So you may see videos from her as well. But for now, this is what's going on in my Central Florida garden. I thought I would start the tour with the roses, y'all. They are looking quite nice, and we have more roses that will be coming up soon. We do have signs of life on this rose bush, so I am patiently awaiting the arrival of leaves. There's the sunflower. We also have the hydrangeas here. They're not looking as dipper as they were looking at first, but I just need to do some research on those. This was the haggard rose bush, and now it's looking very nice and about to bloom. We also have some salvia here, and the lantana is a blooming. We have tons of plant babies coming up, to include okra, sunflowers, greens, and beans. I also planted some backup plants. And on the left side of my TP trellis, we have some sweet peas that are not doing too good here, but I have hope. I also have my begonias, and they are just doing their thing. And down here at the bottom, I have a very nice basil bush. On the other side of the TP trellis, we have our sweet peas. These are some sugar sweet peas, and they have peas on them. Here in the sky garden, I have removed the tomatillas, and I'll talk about that on the garden vlog. So make sure you're subscribed so that you know when that comes out for this week. We also have some cosmos down here at the bottom. We don't have any blooming at this moment, but more will pop up soon. We also have our first gladiolus that came up, and it's not looking too good actually. Some daisies, and then a geranium, and then we have our blueberry bush. And then over here we have our morning glories, and also some vining black-eyed Susans, and they are starting to come up. And over here is a vining mandevilla, and it is starting to vine up the pole just as I had hoped that it would. And here in my 317-gallon containers, we have some red bell peppers, and on the other side we have a jalapeno plant, which I've picked jalapenos off of already. In the second one, we have another jalapeno plant, and down here we have some blonde bell peppers. And over here we have some hot banana peppers here and here, and this is another blonde bell pepper, and I talk about those on the garden diaries as well. And in all three we have lots of marigolds. And say hello to my little friends. It's a cloudy day, so there's no spitting going on in the garden right now. We also have our succulents here in my little terrarium. Now for the tomato trellis. On the outside of the tomato trellis, I have these red boxes here, or crates. They're not meant to stay there, but I kind of like them because I like the color. I have some marigolds that I purchased, I haven't planted yet, and also some New Zealand spinach. And up here I have one little lone basil plant, and I just transferred that from another spot, and I just decided to stick it here. And then over here in the trunk garden, we have some stevia, and lining the trellis is some beans. Those are asparagus beans. And then we have comfrey plants there in the corner. And inside we have 2 tomato plants that are going right now. One is in very bad condition and very sick. It has a tomato on it. Don't know if it's gonna make it. Once we see how that goes, I'll probably pull this out and replace it. And then we have our second tomato plant, and there is a lot going on in here. Look at all those tomatoes. Also on the tomato trellis, we have a red rose bush, mini rose bush, and a pink one. And there's really nothing going on right now. The same here, nothing really going on right now. I also have this Moringa tree that I've been threatening to cut down, but I just haven't had a chance to get to it. And on the other side of the tomato trellis, we have our cucumber patch. And I did replace some cucumbers that haven't came up yet. I replaced them about 2 days ago, so I'm waiting for those to come up. And this one and this one are munchers, and this one and this one are the Armenian. So we'll see how they do. They're not looking that great. And over here in the Jack and the Beanstalk patch, everybody is looking very lively. No issues there, just lots of leaf miners are trying to invade our space. And then we have the Eden trellis here. Not much going on over here. On the side, we have some radishes growing in the boxes on the side of the trellis and some marigolds. And inside, we have one lone mustard bush here, if you want to call that a bush. Also have some more basil genovese that are growing here that I need to top. And then another project that has not happened is moving my bunching onions. And over here are my carrot patch. This is my Bugs Bunny patch here. And going on into the side pieces, we have some cosmos here that have been blooming very lovely. And down here, we just have a neglected basket that is growing some sage that has recovered from last year. Haven't done anything to this basket. It also has some basil in here and some pieces of a geranium. So I may just leave this as an experiment. We'll see. Then over here, we have our strawberries. We still don't have any new growth from the new strawberries that we got from Lowe's. So that's a little bit disappointing. And over here in the strawberry patch, I did have one strawberry that turned red and was ready to eat, but something got to it before I did. And we have another strawberry in here that I just need to pick off because it's kind of rotten. But the strawberry bushes, I call them bushes now because they're looking really perky and nice. Then we have our radish forest, and you can see the leaf miners have come to town over here. But the radishes are looking good. This is the ginger patch, and nothing to see but weeds in the ginger patch right now. These are some more gladioluses that have come up, and they're looking quite dapper. I'm not sure which bulb this is, but we only had one bulb that came up, and in the other two, we got nothing yet. And then we have the salvia plants that I cut down, and they are still suffering from some powdery mildew, but I've been treating them, so hopefully we can get them all fixed up. Here's a few more shots of the garden. And if you want to hear more explanations on exactly what I'm doing in the garden, you want to definitely stay tuned for the garden diaries. I'm posting them every week. I'm attempting to do them on Fridays, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you are subscribed and definitely give this video a thumbs up. You all have been watching, but you haven't been thumbs upping. I hope you are enjoying, and I love to hear your comments below, and I want to know, what is your favorite part of the garden? I think right now my favorite part of the garden are the flowers. I'm really enjoying the flowers in the garden, and I can't seem to get enough of them. And so I may plant even more flowers. The garden is definitely so relaxing and calming, and I go out and look at it about 453 million times a day. If that's possible. So again, thank you everybody for coming along on my garden journey here in my Zone 9B garden in Central Florida. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all on the next video. Have a good day, my garden tools. Bye.